want to think about the big drivers of innovation in AI on the battlefield in Ukraine right now. And the thing that comes to mind for me is electronic warfare. And just how prolific it's become along the front lines and how much of a problem it's created for your frontline UAV pilots. For those who aren't so familiar, electronic warfare, you think of it as signals warfare where Russia or Ukraine alternatively will send out a barrage of chaotic noise that disrupts a connection between a drone and its pilot. But that's provided some opportunity for AI development. That if you can automate the drone's activity at the end of its route and trajectory, then you can get around this problem of electronic warfare.
Because you have asset protection jamming on a lot of high-value hardware, and you want your loitering munition to be able to complete the mission if it has been jammed in the last part of its trajectory, right? Another thing is on ground UAVs. There is currently a lot of demand for them to be able to complete a mission autonomously because also they may be jammed. So AI is really helping us being sort of part of those counter-jamming measures in a way. In that case, AI is not just a way for you to save the time of the operator, it is a way for you to actually enable the asset to complete a mission. So it really helps when you have an AI model on board that can just analyze whatever the drone sees with its camera and sort of connect that to the map and be able to just navigate visually sort of how pilots did in World War I.
So what you're describing there is visual navigation, using AI essentially to if you put some version of, let's say, Google Earth or satellite imagery on a drone, they look around using their camera and then they determine their location based on landmarks, not GPS. There's also been the development of a lot of swarming technologies where you're able to have one pilot, instead of one pilot to one drone, you get one pilot to many drones, and that's been able to allow for a force multiplier, that one pilot now has the capability to control and send groups of drones rather than one, and that's been a really interesting development in AI on the battlefield. But, you know, thank you so much for that comment. I think one of the big lessons from Brigadier General Romanov's comments was the distinction between Russian AI innovation and Ukrainian AI innovation. Russian being centralized and sort of just jammed down people's throats, whereas the Ukrainian model takes its benefit from decentralization, from local, and competes in this way.